Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I have a little confession to make, and that is that I have been a member of this club for about a year, and I'm just now doing my icebreaker. But last week's meeting when we were talking about 2014 goals really prompted me to realize that I need to get more serious about this, and my goal is to become a better speaker. Starting with a little bit about myself, I work for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and I've been there for about 2.5 years in external affairs. I moved up to Northern California for that job from San Bernardino National Forest, where I worked for 11 years. The downside to Northern California is that my family and my 4 lovely grandchildren are all in Southern California and San Clemente, which means that I know I-5 like the back of my hand between Sacramento and San Clemente, because I'm there usually once a month, excuse me. Secondly, I have a second job that is not really a second job. I'm key staff on Total Body Fitness, which is a multi-sport company. We put on multi-sport races here in Northern California. We have mountain bike races, triathlons, a great training program, trail runs, and we just started a kids tri courses this year. So if anybody has a New Year's resolution where they want to become more healthy, it's a great opportunity. We've got some fantastic trainers. One of my compensation for being that is I got a 14-day trip to Thailand this November, and we went to the oasis of Thailand. We went to Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, and Chiang Mai. We were able to snorkel, we kayaked, sea kayaked, jungle trekked, elephant riding, temple excursions, and probably one of the most frightening experiences of my life was waterfall abseiling. Now, how many here are familiar with rock climbing or rappelling? Who has done it before? Okay, waterfall abseiling is rappelling down a waterfall, basically. So, I'm not the greatest swimmer. I lack an experience with that, so I was a little bit nervous because you come down into pools. So, it was a 1.5 hour hike up to a jungle trek in the river and everything up to our waterfall site. And one of the scary things was that the night before it had rained, so the waterfall was flowing twice as much as it usually is, and so we were unable to do the largest, but we did the 2 smaller ones. So we get up there, we're hiking up, we've got the arm pads, helmets, harnesses, knee pads, slipping, falling, so we get up there, and I position myself in the middle because, like I said, I'm a little bit nervous. So we go down the first one, you're down like this, and one thing with rappelling, you have to make sure for stability, your legs have to be apart and your bottom has to be lower. Leaning back on the rope, being totally confident that that rope is going to hold, and just being able to go down. First thing on it, I slip and I flip over into the waterfall. So of course that just wipes me out. I get down and I'm shaking, and so everybody gets down and we hike down to the next one, which is 2.5 times as long. Looking over, it's straight down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, keep on going in my mind. Okay, I can't do this. Where's the closest way out? I've got to hike out. Finally decided what could be the worst thing that can happen to me. I could flip into the water. I'll live, I've got a helmet on, they have a guide position in the middle. So again, I situation myself, this time second to last. So I'm going down, and you turn around and you basically are stepping off the cliff, not knowing what's behind you. You can't look around, so it's all faith. So I'm going down. Each little bit I'm telling myself, okay, wide, low, and people are yelling at you to keep straight. And so I finally get to the part that is this bend where this rock sticks out. It's all covered with moss. The waterfall is right here, it's rushing. Some of the more experienced people and thrill seekers would make themselves go right into the waterfall. That's the key thing, is going right down the waterfall. But they say it's like being attacked by a lineman, because of that force. So I get down, I make it over the scary part, inch by inch, get down to the bottom, I'm shaking. I'm in this pool of water, I have no idea how deep it is. There my fear of swimming comes in. I get down, the helper's taking it, I'm just like shaking. So he unhooks me, I turn around, immediately slip on a rock, fall underwater. But then I get out, and the guys were awesome. They had a fire and everything, because it was pretty cold. So basically I was ecstatic. It was like my outward bound moment. I was thrilled that I worked my way through that, and I did that. And I bring that into with today. Having the courage to go down those waterfalls is, to me, having the courage is like having the courage to get up here and do my first speech, which took me a year to do. But thank you. Thank you, Pam.